Hey, Brian here with J-Line once again, driving conversation. But what is it about today? Let's get into it. All right, so this is when I just take a drive and I actually let the Tesla drive. I don't know why I'm driving. Let me let the Tesla drive. There we go. Hands free. As long as my eyes are on the road, like if I cover my eyes, it'll say, hey, you need to pay attention. All right, hey, so let's talk about it. I am hauling some stuff in the Tesla right now up to the mountain property. And if you didn't know what J-Line is all about, J-Line is our life, health, and business coaching. Look at Life Builder. What? Life Builder. Have you been to lifebuilder.com? Well, it's without the ER, just lifebuildr.com. And lifebuilder.com is part of our life, or actually our health coaching, but it's all Life Builder. So give Amber a shout out. I think she even has a channel, a YouTube channel called Life Builder at LifeBuildR. So make sure to go give Amber a shout out on that channel. So anyway, what are we talking about today? We're talking about maybe even starting another R in the brand. All right, so this R right here it stands for Resound. Resound.design. And Resound, be loud enough to echo, share your passion with the world. Okay, so that's a website. It is resound.design. Okay, and we have t-shirts and stuff available there. I have a Holy Roller channel, Holy Roll R, right? Holy Roller, holyroller.com. And that's all about playing craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise. And the Life Builder, I started to do Hope Builder. So there is a YouTube channel called Hope Builder, and I'm just trying to, so the idea is I want to brand this like we're going to have a bunch of different Resound, brought to you by Resound, right? Most of the things we always say brought to you by J-Line, and that's continuing, but brought to you by Resound through J-Line. I don't know how it's gonna work. But today we're gonna be talking a little bit about that, what we're gonna talk about, and then we're also gonna change and talk about our mindset, something that I was thinking. Whenever I drive, and we're talking about driving conversation, right? Whenever I drive, I don't listen to the radio. I take that time to think, to pray, to meditate, to think on things above, or think on things that I've been really pondering, or scriptures I've been reading, different things like this. And so as I'm driving, and as I was just thinking, I thought, wait, why aren't I doing a video? This is driving conversations. So this video, we're going to talk a little bit about the R, right? Resound. Be loud enough to echo and share your passion with the world. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about what I was thinking on expanding, because I do have one, and I'll just jump into it right now. I do have one, a shirt called Traveler, right? It's Travel R, right? And I've been like contemplating this term nomad, and so I've been asking people, what do you think of when you think of nomad? And then I thought, even the word no matter, right? No matter what, nomad or what? Okay, no matter. Okay, anyway, that's what I've been thinking about. That's what's going through my mind. And so I've been thinking about this term nomad, but also traveler. I really want to take a year and just travel and see how inexpensive you can live if you travel. And most people say, well, traveling is expensive, because when I go on vacation and when I, go on a trip or whatever, it's expensive. I spend so much money. I remember going to Florida, not on a cruise or anything, but just going to Florida, staying at a place, and I got a great deal and everything. and I took my family, and it was still $10,000 for a week. So, you know, it's like, okay, a week for $10,000, traveling is expensive. But what I'm talking about is I'm trying to talk about doing it in the nomad kind of way, you know, like, so nomad pretty much is a term that started back in the late 1500s, and it had to do with people that didn't have a place, like a home, a permanent home, but what they did is they moved from city to city or from place to place, and often it was seasonal, by the seasons, and often it was with their livestock. And so they would take their livestock, and their livestock would graze here and there, and then going to different places, and then selling in that area. So then not the word nomad, but the idea of a traveling salesman, you know, even though the traveling salesman had like a home base, they would spend their life on the road for like a year or 6 months or 9 months, whatever it may be. And so I thought this idea of nomad, because then there's also these missionaries that would do like a circuit. So the idea is there's missionaries that preach the gospel, they're evangelists, and they go from city to city or town to town or country to country, and they're just traveling, and they just do a circuit, meaning like maybe every 6 months they're at the same place, or every year they're back at the same place where they were, and they just go through, and then they add to their itinerary different places, different people that they want to see. And so this is the idea that I've been really thinking about, really pondering. The idea I've really been thinking about is because we were in ministry for like years and years and years, and in actual full-time ministry, we did part-time ministry, full-time ministry, and then back into part-time ministry. And what we've been doing is we've been thinking of ourselves as missionaries, really. And ever since I even went with Chipotle into the marketplace, I should tell that story sometime of how that all transpired, and how it could have been a conspiracy that God set me up. And so I'm going to do a video about that and just talk about why did I leave ministry in 2008 when the economy crashed. That tells you a lot about it right there. But what was marketplace ministry, and what drove me into marketplace ministry, and then also how I viewed myself as a marketplace, or like a missionary of a sense, like I'm on a mission. I'm living a life on mission. If you know anything about J-Line, then you know that to be true. Okay, so let's see. There's a car. Okay, there was a car in my blind spot, but of course the Tesla saw it, and I was wondering, is it gonna speed up? Is that so? They were just coming together, and that car slowed down. So that's what happened. Okay. I guess the merger has the right of way. I don't know. The merger, get it? Oh my goodness. All right, so the thing about all of this idea of being able to travel and maybe be a nomad, like I thought about nomad traveler, but that's kind of the same thing, right? A nomad does travel. So, but nomad traveler, I don't know. I'm still trying to think. Nomader would be funny, but not really in the name capture what it is, and in the way it sounds. No matter, I think no matter what is pretty cool. But anyway, even if it was no matter what, it could be it. No, I'm a no matter what. That's how you could say it. All right, so. Maybe the idea is I want to either start a channel or take another channel. We have a channel that's been our family channel, and it's our family vlog, and we've had it for years, and we just every once in a while we'll just post stuff. And I like to think of it as like home videos, like family home videos, on the cyberspace servers, and probably our images are owned by Google or whatever, as this video as well. But the point of what I'm saying is, I think I might take all of our channels, because we have, well, not the J-Line Network. I'll probably leave that one. I guess J-Line Networker. Oh my goodness. I think I just changed the name of this channel. Network. All right. With the R, right? J-Line Network. All right. So, I told you I'm driving conversation, and everything that's in my head is coming out to you right now. So the thing about it is, I think I want to do some type of travel, and I was talking to Amber about it today, about definitely being seasonal, because the thing about the nomad lifestyle, and you might have heard this term digital nomad. So they call them expats as well. So an expat, and I should spell it, but it's EXPAT, right? Expat, not doing that one. But the point of what I'm saying is, an expat is somebody that lives in a place that isn't their original home, or where they grew up, or where they were born. So how many people are actually that? And then of course, when it comes to digital nomads, these are people that have internet, they work remotely, and they need high-speed internet, but they usually just travel or find a place and work there. And there's this term called slow travel that's out there, and I don't know if you've heard it, but the idea is you are traveling, but a slow travel doesn't go for 1 week. They go for a month or a quarter, like 3 months or 90 days or a couple months, but the idea is they're traveling, but they're staying in a place for an extended amount of time. And so I'm thinking about starting that. And of course, we do get free cruise offers where we only have to pay taxes and port fees. I've done a whole month of cruising before, just to see how much would it cost for that month. And it was less than, for Amber and I, both of us, it was less than $800 a month. But that is like a week at a time, or maybe you get a longer cruise. But you could get, that's because we get free cruise offers. But even cruises at the full cost, because it includes your entertainment, your food, and you're traveling and seeing different locations, it is a pretty good deal, even if you had to pay full price. But again, this could be like 1 week, could be for 2 people, could be $2,000. So, that's still, think about it, that's still, what's that, $8,000 a month? And some people, they live on cruise ships, and their retirement, whatever it may be, there's a guy on Royal Caribbean, they call him Super Mario, his name's Mario, but he lives on cruise ships, and he's been living on Royal Caribbean for like years now, and he averages paying, I saw a thing, and I met him before too, but I saw a thing where he pretty much pays $85,000 a year to live on cruise ships. And so I'm thinking, I'm not trying to live on a cruise ship, but there is seasons where I think that would be really awesome. Like, for instance, when we went from New York to Rome. Now, this New York to Rome cost us about $300. It was 14 nights. And then when it got to Rome, then it did, the same ship did Greek Isles cruise and did the Mediterranean, like going to Greece and Turkey, and so that cost about $300. So, and that was for because it was 2 weeks there and then another week, so that was 3 weeks for $600. So that's almost, I guess if we would have stayed another time, we could have done, you know, another $200 or $300. It would have been about $800 or $900 for that month. But we were able to see the whole area. And I know you might say, oh, it's just the tourist area or where the cruise ships go. But I mean, that is something to think about. So anyway, let me know what do you think, okay? I'm not sure about a name of the channel, but what do you think about putting something together that's like a nomad travel lifestyle, right? And we put this video, we do another video separate from J-Line, but we do another video and we're showing people all the aspects and everything that you have to do when you're thinking of being a nomad or a nomader. What? I don't know. I gotta find a name. But you let me know in the comments. Thanks for listening to this point as I'm driving conversation where I talk and let the Tesla drive, where I talk to you. And so I think that's the end of this video. And until next time, remember, don't just watch J-Line, but be a J-Line. See ya.